Hello and welcome back, and today I have for you a video of doing a shot-for-shot trailer breakdown on the official trailer for The Challenge Season 38 Ride or Dies. Now, I got a lot of shots to cover in this video, so let's just jump right into it. Alright, let's dive right into this trailer as we're looking at a overlay of what looks to be TJ walking into a challenge over what seems to be everybody in a line walking to a challenge. I wonder if this is going to be like the first daily challenge of the season. And then we see a sort of Fast and the Furious car daily challenge. And you can see that there is a truck. There is stunt drivers in these cars. And what I think is going to happen is that one person will have to run on top of these cars to try to get something from their partner who is in the frontmost car. Somebody is coming out of this car, and luckily, if we go to the next frame, we can see that it is Amber coming out of the car. So it looks to be that this is going to have some people doing this daily challenge, and one of those couples is Amber and Chauncey doing this challenge together. I think this is going to be a very pinnacle daily challenge, where this is going to be one of the coolest daily challenges that they're going to have on this season, as we can see it early and often in this trailer. As we can see, somebody else is going. I can't tell who is going in this scene, but we can see somebody coming out of the blue car, which Amber was coming out of the blue car. I think that somebody, as we can see, is running towards the person in the blue car, and I think they're going to have to hand something off and do something else with that. As we can see, I think that this is Olivia and Horatio doing this car Fast and the Furious challenge. There's something on the back car. It looks like maybe there is a briefcase that they're going to be able to open. Maybe it's a code that they have to tell their person. Maybe it's a code, because there's something in front of, it looks like something is in front of Olivia as she is sitting on top of this car. If this is Olivia and Horatio, I think that we see Olivia and Horatio a ton in this challenge, or in this trailer, as we can see that this is somebody else doing this. I can't tell who is running towards this person. I can't tell who this person is. So it's going to be interesting. But we know that Amber and Chauncey are doing this, and Olivia and Horatio. I can't tell anybody else who is actually doing this challenge just yet. We see this words coming on saying, "For the first time in challenge history." Moving on, we can see that Johnny and Raven are cheesing for the camera, showing off their guns, and they're having a good time. We can see TJ here talking to everybody. This looks to be the arena, the elimination floor for this season of the challenge. And TJ says, "This season you're going to need support. Luckily for you, you got to bring your own." And then we move on to seeing some of the pairings. We can see Laurel and Jack paired up with each other. We can see Darrell and Veronica, some OGs. They've even won a challenge or two back in the day together. The only Road Rules representation on this challenge cast, and they're coming off of being on the Challenge All-Stars 3. We didn't get to see them super connected on that season, but they're coming in connected together. We can see this as their partner. And I believe that this is everybody walking in a straight path, and they're walking to a daily challenge, and this is the same walk that we saw in the very beginning of this trailer and this promo. We got the side overlay view. Now we're getting the full front walk straight towards the camera view, as we can see Devin, we can see Johnny, Raven, Laurel. I think the whole group is there, you know? This is interesting because we see somebody who I believe is Mariah running to jump off of a building and into the arms of her partner, Fessy. This very much reminds me of the first daily challenge in Season 24, Rivals 2, where they made the Rivals pairings having to jump into each other's arms, and then they moved the platform back a few inches every time until there was one person left standing. And so this is interesting that we're seeing Mariah jumping into Fessie's arms, and we can see Horatio and Olivia embracing after what they feel like they've done a great time in this daily challenge. They're just hugging along, having a good time. Their partner is their choice. So for the first time in challenge history, everybody's partners were their choice. Kayla is standing with mud on her face. There's something that says, "What is your cumulative age?" We're going to see a few other people being taking some photos or some trailer shots in front of this exact station. But we have Kayla here, and then we move over to see her beau, her husband, Sam Bed. And then Sam says, "The fact that we're married, we have the upper hand here." We'll have to wait and see. We're going to have to wait and see. Then we have Nani. Then we have a picture of Bananas, and Nani is saying, "I'm walking in with a 7-time champ on my side." And we've seen them paired up with each other before in Battle of the X's 2 in season 26, where they almost made it to a finals. And we can see Laurel here saying, "Not Bananas and Nani," and we see them running in. I heard a rumor that Bananas and Nani come in like a day or so after everybody else joins the cast. So I think that there was some scheduling conflicts, and Bananas couldn't leave, I think Bananas. It was more on Bananas. Bananas couldn't leave just in the time that the challenge wanted to, but because he's Bananas, he hasn't been back on the season. CT's not on this season. They're willing to push the deadline a little bit. And so Bananas and Nani came in as a quote-unquote twist, when I think that it is scheduling conflicts that happened, and they came in slightly later than everybody else. So I think that this is going to be them running out before a daily challenge, and everybody's going to be like, "Whoa, not Bananas and Nani. Nani just was in the last 2 finals, and Bananas is a 7-time champ. This changes everything." I'm waiting for that. And it looks like Bananas and Nani are down in the elimination floor. Maybe this is where they actually get introduced, and Bananas is yelling, looking up at everybody, excited to be back on the challenge. And then TJ is welcoming everybody to the Challenge 38 Ride or Dies. This looks super interesting. I can't tell what's going on here, but I just love the neon lights, and this looks like a cool maybe night daily challenge, and a big old rig that they put together. I don't know, this looks great. In a field, a bus is running into a car, and if you were worried that there might not be explosions on this challenge season, let this put your worries at ease. And then we can see that everybody is having a good time at the bar scene, and Tommy gets on the stage having a good time and does a crowd surf with everybody. Here's Nelson looking directly into the camera saying, "The game has begun." And we can see a daily challenge where it's going to be over water. This looks very similar to what we saw in the Challenge USA, or even the Challenge War of the Worlds, where they had to jump from platform to platform, and this platform is tilted, and we can see that somebody, I can't tell who that is. I wonder if it's Olivia. I don't know. I can't tell exactly who it is, but they are trying to swing from that crate to the elevated platform, and they don't seem like they make it. Wednesday, October 12th on MTV. That's when this challenge season is locking in. Here we see a ton of people running into the mud. I think that this could be one of the first daily challenges of the season. Remember how we saw Johnny and Raven kind of cheesing at the camera? I think that they're taking their picture after them doing the daily challenge. Also, we saw Kayla and Sam also hanging around the same sort of area with mud on their faces. We're going to see a few other people with mud on their faces. I think we're going to see Michelle and Jay. And possibly every single round, you and your partner are going to have to grab these balls with letters or numbers on them to answer the questions at every single station. And if you do not answer them in a timely fashion, or if you don't answer them correctly, you and your partner will be eliminated, and it's like the last team standing gets to win into power. I think that that's what this challenge is going to be like. As we can see, everybody's getting all muddy. We can see Nelson. It's really tough to see everybody. I think that's Chauncey in the front right next to Nelson. I mean, everybody is here. I saw Nam in the other photo. So we're seeing everybody. I think this is going to be the first daily challenge that everybody is going to meet up. We have TJ here saying, you're battling for your share of $1 million. At this point, we're always assuming that it's going to be for $1 million. Jay and Michelle are hugging and embracing after doing a water daily challenge. And there they are, covered in mud. And this is where we hear Michelle saying, as much as I want this for me, I really want this for you. Survivor, ride or die right there. They'll ride into the competition together. And this was on one of the promo still GIF shots that they were putting out there when they were putting out their tweets and Instagram photos of ride or dies. And this looks really cool. It looks like everybody's just hanging on for the dear life, and they're going to have to dive into the water and do something. Maybe not everybody's having a good time because it looks like Chauncey is falling, and I am going to be really cringing if he is falling on anybody, including his own partner, Amber. So I would not want to be dropping right after Chauncey. He is a whole lot of man, and I do not want that man falling on me, even in water. That could really, really hurt. Then we can see Fessy and Mariah kind of getting close with each other. They're BFFs, and then we have Amber with mud on her face, and boom, we have what looks to be Turbo and his partner Tamara possibly going into an elimination. We could be getting Turbo's first elimination round in his challenge career. I am excited that Turbo would be seeing an elimination, but I'm also not wanting Turbo to see any eliminations because he is coming back after quite a bit of a hiatus, and I don't want to see that man in any danger whatsoever. I'm so happy to see Turbo back on the challenge. We hear Nerys in the background saying, you're not here by yourself. You're a 2-for-1 package the entire time. So there is no changing partners. There is no, oh, my partner leaves and I get to stay in. There's none of that. You have to have your partner in the game at all times. We can see that Olivia is going to be in elimination. Her and her partner Horacio, they look to be on like a spinning wheel. Like kind of like, what is it? The magicians throwing knives with the people spinning on the wheels. I don't know what they're going to be doing, but Olivia and Horacio are in a ton of this trailer. Nam and his partner Emmy Russ, and Nam is saying that we're going to stick together like glue. But will the game? Nelson is sitting in a bedroom. I am very interested to see what this whole house looks like. I'm very excited to see what this house looks like. I'm already liking the color schemes. I like the artwork. And Olivia is talking to somebody. They're trying to make it seem like Olivia is talking to Nelson, but I'm not so sure. Maybe she's talking to her Love Island alum, Johnny. Maybe she's talking to her own partner, Horacio. Who knows at this point? But Olivia is saying, you think these people will have your back? Because now I don't even have your back. So somebody done Olivia dirty. But will this game tear them apart? Tori talking to Jordan at the bar scene saying, are you serious? Now, there was a lot of talk and a lot of speculation after Jordan and Tori had split up. Jordan was on the record of saying, or rumored to have said, that he would never be back on the challenge at the same time as Tori is. Well, Jordan is back on the challenge alongside Tori, or in the game with Tori. However, there is no denying that they are going to have to run across each other because Jordan is paired up with Anissa. Now, some people were confused. Why is Jordan paired up with Anissa? We didn't think that they were that close. They aren't that close. Anissa had an original partner named James Simon. They were best friends. There was a second quarantine. James had to be pulled from the game, and it looks like Jordan is going to be coming in as a replacement. So now, not only is Jordan in the game along with Tori, but now there is no getting around Tori because he is partnered up with her BFF and co-podcast co-host. My gosh, this is crazy. We also see some tension here. During a daily challenge or sitting on the sideline, we see Mariah coming over to maybe give Laurel a hug, and Laurel's like, I don't need a hug right now. So something happens that pisses Laurel off. Maybe it's a sabotage mission, and Mariah and Fessy knock out Jack and Laurel, and Laurel is upset. And maybe Mariah finds her name in Laurel's notebook. Oh my gosh. We can see the dynamic between Aneesa and Jordan. Maybe this is the first time that they're getting paired up with each other. They're going to go into an elimination, and they're not on the same page. They try to talk over each other, and it looks like they're frustrated. We can see possibly Bananas and Nany in power at some point in this game, but upon hearing people and maybe hearing whoever is going into the elimination asking for a player or a team that they would like to go up against or for them to nominate, and they start fighting and they leave, Bananas saying, well, that went well, meaning it did not go well. The competition has never been this personal. TJ is talking to everybody. Again, have that splash of purple because that's the color scheme for this challenge. And TJ saying, everyone here knows how I feel about quitters. Should have chose a better ride or die. Take care. Hope to see you never. Meaning, somebody is going to quit the challenge game. Somebody's going to quit a ride or die. They would rather die than ride in this game, and it's going to leave everybody shocked. We can see somebody flying off. We see a more vertical top view of this challenge a little later, so we'll get to see who's on the bridge. It's at one point going to be Olivia. I can't tell who the person is she's going up against necessarily, but it looks like Olivia gets to stay up while somebody else is getting flung into the water. Again, Olivia and Horacio are carrying tires with names of places on them, with Bangkok, Los Angeles. It's interesting, but they drop their tires and Horacio is pissed. He is just like walking off. He is very upset. We can see Nany in a neck brace. Oh my gosh, what is happening? Maybe Nany is the person that gets flung off the bridge by Olivia, and she's like careening down, and she falls hard like the wipeout that Leroy did in Vendettas, possibly. Jack is doing the daily challenge where they're trying to swing from a crate to the incline slope platform, and he grabs onto the rope, but not well enough, and it looks like he's going to take a very tough spill. As we can see, everybody is just like, ugh, well, not Jack. Jack is not going to take the spill, but it looks like somebody takes a really nasty fall as everybody is very nervous for somebody falling into the water. As you can see, Bananas has his wetsuit on, so it's going to be something in the water. TJ saying the rest of what I already said about the quitters thing. It looks like before that possible, maybe this is before the water challenge or during the water challenge, and early on that spill that somebody falls off really hard, and it scares somebody into wanting to quit the challenge. And you can tell that Jay is absolutely shocked. Fessy, who is already in his wetsuit, is shocked. And that's when we see TJ saying, take care, hope to see you never. Has friendship. Here's Jordan and Aneesa doing a daily challenge where they're carrying a barrel, and it looks like they're going to have to carry the barrel from checkpoint to checkpoint. So this is going to be very interesting. Maybe this is going to be like one of those checkpoints where you have so many teams can make it on from one stage to the next, and as you're going on, we'll see how many people can keep on making it through the challenge. This is a very interesting night daily challenge. This looks very reminiscent to an overview or a building that we saw in the Challenge USA, because this was also filmed in Argentina, and it looks like Jordan is trying to walk around somebody. That is not Aneesa, I don't think. So this is going to be interesting. I wonder who that is, what Jordan is trying to get around, or who they're trying to get around. And then we see Johnny and Raven making out. No, that's Johnny and Nerese making out, it looks like. So it looks like Johnny and Nerese are making out in the next point, and Nelson and Nerese are then seen carrying the tires with the places where we can see Bangkok and Los Angeles, Sydney, Rio de Janeiro. Very interesting. And I think this is Michelle and Nany talking with each other, and Nany and Michelle embracing with each other. Wonder what happens. We do not see very much of Casey in this promo/trailer at all. Where are they? Where is Casey and Kenny? Where are the siblings? I thought with Nany here, we would see a ton of Casey as well, just being around her, but we have seen nothing. So I wonder if something happens to Casey and Kenny, or maybe that they're just boring and they don't need to be taking up space in the trailer. They don't do anything crazy. I don't think Casey was featured in any of the trailers. Even last season's trailer, I don't think that Casey was featured so heavily, and she won last season. So maybe this is one of those things where Casey is just being Casey. She's going to fade away into the background, but still is going to be a very strong presence within the season because, hey, nobody wants to take a shot at Casey. We see Michelle here getting very emotional. It looks like she possibly is, maybe her and Jay won a daily challenge, or maybe they're talking to the people that are in power. And at some point, Michelle says, if you don't have the person you love the most riding for you, who do you have? And this is something that is touching the feelings of Michelle, who is very, very upset by somebody saying that maybe they don't have the person that they love the most. Maybe this is something with Tori and Jordan. Maybe they're having a fight or something, or maybe there's still some mixed feelings within there, and it wells up in Michelle. Has friendship met its match? And we can see a ton of people running somewhere. We can see that Bananas and Fessy are up at the top. Devin is right there. Behind them, there's a ton of people here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There are 19 people here, and possibly maybe there's people up ahead, but I can see in the background Darrell, Veronica, Anissa, and Jordan. I can see Tori, Devin, Bananas, Fessy, Mariah, Chauncey, Amber. All I can really make out, Horacio and Olivia, Jay and Michelle maybe. And here's the top overview. So when we saw the person that fell off the bridge while the other person fell onto the bridge, this is the up angle. As we can see that this looks to be maybe a hall brawl up at the top, a bridge brawl up at the top. And you can see Olivia gets a nice push on whoever this person is. I can't tell who this person is. I've tried to zoom in so much, and I just can't see who this person is or what their name is. It's just too muddied. And you can clearly see the helmet saying Olivia, as the other person is just flipping helplessly into that water. It looks to be an elimination with faces and balls, and maybe every time you hit the ball of the person's face, they get on fire, and you have to try to eliminate all the faces to win. Or maybe you're trying to sabotage somebody for the next daily challenge. This looks like a very interesting elimination. We can see that there is somebody in power in the background, and there are a ton of people left in this game. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, at least 20 to 22 people, 24 people in this game still. And we can see that there are 2 players down at the bottom, and then the 2 women are up at the top waiting for possibly the doors to open. It looks like a modified hall brawl, a double-decker hall brawl, and you can clearly see Horacio's name is on one helmet. And then if we drop down one, I think I can see a why. I'm thinking maybe this is Johnny and Horatio, who are both rookies, who are both friends, who are both in rookie pairings. So we could be seeing rookies, all rookie teams, facing off against each other early and often in this challenge. There's only 4 all rookie teams. There's a ton of rookie vet pairings, and then there's only, again, a handful of vet pairings. So it's gonna be interesting who can use their social game, but it looks like at some point early on, we're going to have the rookie pairings of Johnny and Raven facing off against Horatio and Olivia. We got Love Island facing off against each other, friends facing off against each other, and players just taking the quote-unquote easy route of sending in rookie teams. Kim is going for a nice, lovely rowing of a canoe with Colleen doing the rowing. Johnny is doing a daily challenge alongside his partner, and there's a stretcher, and he is going to take the stretcher and drag Nani along. And I think that this is Fessy doing a zip line. It looks like his big ass is just on a zip line, at least. And then we have Tori and Devin. Tori is saying, I'd never thought in a million years I'd be sitting here with you. And then Devin, I'm sure, going through their history of their friendship, saying that they were enemies, frenemies, friends. Now they're ride or dies, which is the name of the season, because we see the logo pop up for the challenge, Ride or Dies, and then we get the bigger logo out saying the challenge, Ride or Dies, premieres Wednesday, October 12th at 8 p.m., new season, and that is it. What did you think about this trailer? Let me know down in the comment section below. I want to give a special shout out, thank you to everyone who supports me over at patreon.com/AngelCaveVids. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you. And thank you to everyone who's watching the video up to this point. I'm going to have a ton more content coming out for the challenge, Ride or Dies, coming out very soon. More challenge content, more content in general. But until then, peace.